Okay, so here's the summary. Today I've got another Bayonetta 3 weapon guide, and it's going to be on Cruel Altea and Labolas. So, in terms of strength, this weapon actually has really good normals and is just a very nice weapon to use. You see it a whole bunch in combo videos, and you'll see why. And if you enjoyed these types of guides, remember to leave a like and subscribe. So, with that, let's begin. So, what does this weapon do? Well, it is this game's ice weapon.
Someone doesn't want me to join the party.
So, let's see, let me get this.
Shame about the tower, but I can think of a new purpose for it.
There we go. Alright, so basically, how this weapon works is that punches, you will use just the hand gauntlets, and kicks, you will use all the gauntlets. Which is a pretty interesting idea, having a set of gauntlets and greaves that you telepathically manipulate that can all shoot out lasers at it as its gimmick. Now, I will say that the gimmick itself is not actually that necessary in some cases. I mean, sure, it does damage over time, but some moves, like the punch moves, it's just not very reliable because the lasers don't really... It may seem like, you know, okay, you are firing a bunch of lasers around. Well, you just have to make sure that there's enemies actually in the spot that you want to hit them, because the actual angle matters. Because if you don't have any enemies at that specific angle that the lasers are firing at, you won't hit anything. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of these weapon combos can be hard to, you know, manage since since the weapon itself is a handful to deal with. So yeah, there's that. And this is actually another one of those weapons that gives you Demon Masquerade moves for the early combos, so that's interesting as well. Anyways, let's see. The forward punch attack. You'll do a claw swipe forward. Just a nice sort of like mid-range attack, a nice burst option, if you will. The forward kick does that, and if you hold down the kick button, you will actually slide much further. So that's actually a very cool thing to do, being able to just slide forward with your weapon spinning in front of you. By the way, if you're doing the aerial kick, you will shoot lasers down around you, which is also a pretty nice little thing. Let's see. Back punch. You will shoot the gauntlets up, and back kick. You do that same thing, but you go up as well. You know, basic combo starter, nothing really, you know, super incredibly flashy, just a standard launcher attack. Then for back to forward punch, this is your aura. So back to forward, you will do a bunch of hits forward, and it's just that mimic, and if you can just mash it a little bit, It's just a ranged aura move. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Good for, you know, multi-hitting enemies at a distance. Then for back to forward kick, you will do a series of swipes forward, and after, so 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th hit you will also go forward. So that's just a nice, you know, forward multi-hit combo. Does great damage. Should be used often if you can in some situations. Let's see. Circle punch. So when you do circle punch, so without holding down, you'll just do a standard, you know, laser attack forward. But if you hold it down, you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 laser hits. And what's funny is that it's just a better version of this move. Yeah, it's just a better version of one of the moves in the game already, but it's on a specific button input instead. Then for circle kick, you'll just do a rising twist move with a hitbox that goes around. Pretty simple. Then for, let's see, as for the gun attack, this is actually where the weapon is strongest. Oh, by the way, here's the afterburner kick. You know, cool that the weapon spins around you, and here's the witch twist. 2 good comboing tools. Anyways, the gun attack is actually this weapon's best feature, because when you use it, you can freeze enemies. So if you are using the regular attack, being that sort of icy blast, that's like your close range option. Whereas, and this is actually a move that's used a ton in combo videos, is the charge version, because you'll shoot out a block of ice, and this will actually freeze enemies instantly, because unlike Undyne from Bayonetta 2 and Odette from Bayonetta 1, which require a set amount of damage and hits in order to freeze enemies, this is basically just an instant freeze. Like, I've seen people, you know, go do this aerial style. Let's see. You know, the aerial charge gun, and then, like, dodge into something else. So that's, like, its best combo tool, just because being able to freeze enemies in very high-speed combat-style games like this is important for comboing. Next, we have the circle gun, which is just kind of it's just this move, but you go around in a circle. Not really the most optimal move out there, but definitely one to be used sometimes if you're feeling like it. And then for the Masquerade Rage,
The pack is ready to howl. Go, Labolas!
so that last hit, I think, will draw enemies in, and it's similar to that of the Simoon Masquerade Rage.
It's about time I got me, if I may. Dance in the faded caress of the wind.
So that will also drag enemies in. So Simoon and Cruel Altea definitely have very similar, you know, types of Masquerade Rage moves. Then we have the demon, Labolas. So, pretty fast demon, nice ground speed. Let's see, the basic punch button in this case. Let's see if I can get a good angle.
Do it.
You will do a set of 3 bites forward, kind of similar to Gamora in that sense. The basic kick combo.
Now's your chance.
Let's see.
Now's your chance.
Okay, so it's just a 2-hit combo. So also similar to Gamora. Then for its gun attack,
Unleash it.
it will do a basically a much more powered up version of your gun attack,
Unleash it.
which is better for giant enemies since
Unleash it.
it definitely has that power to freeze them more easily than Cruel Altea does. Let's see. Back to forward punch.
Now's your chance.
Okay.
Now's your chance.
What does this do? Let's see here. Huh. So,
Now's your chance.
apparently you split up when you're by an enemy, but I think because there's no enemies around, it just becomes the regular bite attack. So keep that in mind while using that attack. Then for back to forward kick,
Ready?
you will turn into a bunch of smaller Labolas and do sort of like a,
Break.
you know, a group attack, if you will. Then for back to forward gun,
If you would.
you will shoot at it'll split into a bunch of smaller Labolas and shoot out ice projectiles, ice blocks. So another nice projectile tool. And then for circle punch,
Break.
you will spin around as the smaller Labolas. Great AoE tool, nice multi-hit, definitely should be used. Circle kick, you will kind of do a same thing, but instead, you will do kind of the same thing, but you'll just go and do a out and then in attack. So out, then back in. So another interesting AoE move. Oh, Labolas was sideways for a second. And then for circle gun,
Break.
you'll shoot out ice blocks around you. So definitely a cool projectile, if I say. And it comes in 2 waves, as you can see. Then for, let's see, jump,
Fly.
apparently you don't, I thought you could, like, fly, actually, like, just by mashing down the jump button, but apparently not. And then for the special attack,
Break.
they'll turn into a bunch of smaller Labolas, which will just run around and kind of do their own thing. And apparently, while in this state,
Do it.
punch becomes a charge attack, kick becomes a tail swipe,
Now's your chance.
and then gun becomes
Unleash it.
a ice block attack.
Now's your chance.
Yeah, so similar to that fashion of just being, different form. And of course, pressing special again will morph them back together. So yeah. And with that, that's pretty much it for this weapon and demon guide. Thanks for watching. Next, I will cover Alruna and Alraune. The weapon and demon names, which, by the way, I keep mixing up since they sound too similar. And with that, later.